Hey all, and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. Today we're going to be tackling the first two episodes of a brand new series. This is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It was commissioned by Cruel 12, and it was originally a manga. Let's have a look here. Let's see, manga series written and illustrated by Shinja, I think that's correct. It began serialization in Futabashi's monthly action magazine in May 2013. Licensed in North America by 7 Seas Entertainment. Two spin-off mangas, one by Mitsuhiro Kimura and another by Ayami Kazama, are serialized in monthly action. An anime television series produced by Kyoto Animation aired in Japan between January and April 2017. Not a very long-running series then, honestly.
No, it's only 13 episodes long, but then again, it's one of those shows that I don't think needs to be much longer than that, and I guess that's kind of a reason why they opted to go with spin-offs instead of a direct continuation.
Fair dues, fair dues. It was dubbed by Funimation, as is pretty much 95% of dubs nowadays, but I haven't really watched this before. It's not really something I go in for, but you know, with Patreon, they force me to do these things for money, and I'm like, hey, money's good, so here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to count you down into episode 1, and when we're done, we'll tell you to close that, and then you can load up episode 2, and while we're discussing, like, the first one, you can just be set up and ready, and then we'll count you down to episode 2. If you need help, like, syncing our commentary to your copies of the media, which we can't provide for copyright reasons, check the video description, there are syncing instructions there. Otherwise, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So are you familiar with the series at all, Vought?
I have actually watched this series in its entirety.
Ah, okay, so you're much better equipped than I am.
Yeah, pretty much, although it has been nearly 2 years since I watched this, so there may be some haziness, but for the most part I know what this is all about and roughly what goes down.
So is this the origin of Shenron? Is that what's going on here?
Not quite. This is Toru, who is the titular dragon maid of the show.
Ah, okay, so it's a literal dragon maid.
Yeah, pretty much. She takes on a human form, but apart from that, she is pretty much a dragon. And there is a origin story to this. It kind of starts out as, I wouldn't say entirely a cold open, but you kind of already have them, you know, getting together and figuring out the whole Maid business. And it's not until episode 12 that you actually get to figure out how Toru and Kobayashi actually meet up. And to put it into a TLDR terms without spoiling too much, Kobayashi got mad crunk, wandered off into the woods, found a dragon with a sword embedded in her, pulled it out, and from there Toru has kind of pledged her services to Kobayashi.
Oh, okay. It's kind of cool that it avoids usual, like, harem tropes, and it's actually a woman who's the protag this time around, rather than a man. Hello.
And it's a good thing that nobody else is home right now, otherwise they would have many questions.
Did you on the first movie all over again?
Okay. Sorry, I just got flashbacks to Saitama.
If this was me, I would slowly close the door and go back to bed.
Yeah, it'd be like Double D and Ed, Edd and Eddy when the cankers are on the other side of the door. It'd be just like, close the door. Oh my god!
Not sure. Yes, it's an anime about dragons and boobs. That's how I paraphrase the show.
Yes, for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why. I believe it was touched up on one particular episode where...
Oh my god, they actually address it?
Yeah, they actually do address it. I'll say something right now that Toru isn't the only dragon that sort of wanders into this world.
Yeah.
And they get together in the hot springs, and Kobayashi poses the question, whilst sort of looking at the Opie, so to speak, and just said, so do you actually choose those human forms, or are those human forms a reflection of what you are as dragons? And they said, nope, this is just how we are. We didn't make the choice, it's just what we look like.
Some people have all the luck, I suppose. The one wearing a cap is the one I tend to see cosplay the most.
The one with the cap. That would be, I can't remember the name. It was Lucoa or something like that. It's like Lucoa.
Okay.
But yeah, she is cosplay quite often, as is Toru. like, you see the odd Elmer who's sort of like the Vaporeon-looking dragon maid.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I forgot the opening was a bit, yeah.
Well, we're not watching this past the watershed, so don't tell my mum, alright?
I try. Ooh, candy machine.
Oh.
And my favorite dragon.
It's very bouncy, this opening. No, I didn't mean to time it with that. Come on.
It's working perfectly. But yeah, the male dragon that's in the mix is somebody called Fafnir, and he develops an addiction to video games upon arriving in the world. Like, I was just like, okay, these are all the possibilities? Yeah, this is a dream.
There you go. You can look after my shitty pad while I'm at work.
The working adult's response. Hell yeah.
I'm noticing a few weird things right off the bat, like, you have horns and a dragon tail. Like, how drunk did I get exactly?
I meet some weird people out in the woods.
So you get a little bit of an inkling of how they met, first and foremost. Like, yeah, like stuff like this.
Although, it's more detailed when they actually get around to it in the 12th episode. If I remember, it had something to do with Toru's dad, and, you know, they were talking about, like, how they met or something like that.
Yeah, don't get drunk and then invite things inside your home. You're lucky it wasn't a vampire.
Well, I mean, a dragon's kind of badass. A vampire, there's all sorts of weird stipulations to go along with those. Dragons, they tend to be pretty efficient at looking after themselves.
And hey, you know, if you've got any gold and whatnot, just give it to them. You'll never get gold off a dragon.
No. Although it's a bit weird that this one doesn't want to get paid. Then again, she's not the tropey, I guard and hoard of treasure dragon. That's actually Fafnir, who we don't actually meet up quite yet. I believe Fafnir we would meet in episode 3. So he's very much the whole, I will protect my treasure, like, I enjoy, like, thwarting adventurers and all that. And then he just, like, goes, and then he's, like, one of those dudes that just plays MMORPGs and what have you.
I got you. Always a gold farmer, I get it.
Yep. I'm not sure if that's actually what he was doing, but, you know, he was dedicated. But, I mean, he was just good on games in general, and he actually lives with one of Kobayashi's. I can't remember if it's a co-worker or just a friend, but he ends up living with him, and he's a bit of an otaku as well, so they just, like, ham it up with video games all night.
Aww.
Oh, you're going to be dooring something fierce later on.
You gotta honor your responsibilities.
Just you wait till episode 2.
You gotta honor your responsibilities. Don't send her away.
Exactly, you already said. Although, part of me would think maybe she's just being dismissed. Just like, nah, there's no way this is real.
No, of course not. Yeah, I need a lift to work.
Well, he'll be faster than a taxi.
Yeah, oh god, just don't look down. Don't look down. Oh my god, we're breaking the sound barrier.
I like how they have, like, the weird voice distortion when they're actually in dragon form as well. That's a neat touch.
This is such a weird juxtaposition of a cute voice coming out of that thing.
It is a little bit, but then again, looks aren't everything. She does have lower back problems, and it is something that is fairly constant.
Oh, is she actually gonna get a job?
Nah, I think it's more that, okay, so what do I do as a maid? Because, you know, I come from another dimension.
Oh, no, not with fire!
Don't cast Mega Flare!
I've never heard of dragons having these sorts of powers.
Well, I suppose they're kind of messing around with it a bit. I mean, dragons are mythical creatures. You kind of have free reign over what they can and can't do. No, no Bakugo, please.
This is so cute. It's a lot more energetic than I expected.
That's the best way to describe this show, to be honest. It's just very energetic, very cutesy, rather silly. And obviously there's something in there in terms of eye candy as well. It ticks a lot of boxes, which is why the show was so popular. Look, she just doesn't want to eat your damn tail.
Is that her tail or someone else's tail? What's going on?
No, that's hers.
Oh.
See? It just popped back up again. Well, at least she told her that, like, eventually, rather than, like, waiting for her to eat it first.
Yeah, for sure. Basically everything you're doing, that I don't like.
It's more eating things, because, she was drinking stomach medicine right near the start as well, so she has certain dietary needs.
So it's not like being a picky eater, it's just like... What's the word I'm looking for here? She's allergic to a lot of stuff?
I'm not sure if it's an allergy thing, or it's just that there's some things that just don't react very well with her or something. I was never really quite clear on that.
Oh, kawaii.
Well, yeah, I mean, she did pretty much save her from bleeding out.
Yeah, just use me as your car. That's what I'm here for.
It's actually quite funny you say that. I remember in one episode in particular, she offers to wash her, and like she's literally just there in dragon form on the roof, and he's just sort of there with a garden hose, just hosing her down. And she literally makes the comment, "This is like washing my car."
You're a big old dragon with boobs. With boobs!
Not quite the boobs, but dragons, they're quite good at like holding particular areas, caves, castle, volcanoes, hoards of treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And a home is the greatest treasure of all for a lot of people, so it makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. If this is what I think it is, there's something really funny coming up.
Alright, I'm watching. This is a phone. Don't destroy it, just pick it up and answer it.
If someone calls you about your BT internet connection, find out where they live. We'll deal with them later.
Yeah, I'm starting to see what you're talking about with Fafnir.
Yeah, he is my faves. Not because I do relate to him somewhat on a personal level, but... I don't know, I just like how suave and serious he is, and yet he's just such a goddamn neat towards the end.
You guys really, really picked the wrong house to rob today.
Any second now.
This is like a warped Ghibli film. I kind of really like it.
It really is. I think that might be part of the appeal as well. It's kind of Ghibli-esque, but of course it presents itself very differently from what the typical Ghibli formula ends up being.
Yeah, if I had to like compare it to anything, it'd probably be My Neighbors the Yamadas. Something more low-key, a bit more slice of life and so on, because it is literally, Kobayashi's just going to work and whatnot, that's it.
Also, it was quite funny how a lot of the actual backgrounds look more like they're watercolored as opposed to, like, being digitally drawn or anything like that.
Yeah, it's really aesthetically pleasing.
It also makes the characters stand out a lot more. There's a lot here to like, and the fact that it doesn't last too long either means, like, a lot of the tropes, if you will, don't become overbearing. Although it does leave you wanting a little bit more, which, again, I think is the reason why the spin-offs occurred.
Don't look at the tail. Don't look at the horns. It's just cosplay. It's just cosplay, bro!
The thing is, you say that as well, but they actually did tackle that as well. They went to a convention, and she actually passed herself off as a cosplayer. And she got all the pictures taken, because it's just like, oh, she looks so realistic. Get that kitty face away from me. I know what you're thinking.
What's your tipple of choice when it comes to the liquor, Volk?
Toffee apple cider.
Ooh. I could have sworn you just said toffee apple spider, but I know you meant cider.
Yes, I did, and I thank you very much.
I don't drink. I kill myself with other vices like Doritos.
Well, it's not a bad vice to go off by.
I suppose.
Tasty and delicious.
Oh, what's a dragon to do in this mon world?
Yeah, this is always a problem when people are talking about work and you have absolutely no context for what's going on, so you just have to kind of smile and nod.
Ragnarok.
I know you're jelly, but you can't go killing people.
Oh, you done fucked up now.
Oh god, she has gone into gripe mode.
There we go. Actually brought up cosplay.
And the otaku is awakened!
Oh my god, his secret form.
See, she's a lot less... She doesn't have the look, but she definitely has the mindset. This is a very intense, geeky conversation.
I was gonna say, yeah. Gotta get involved. You can't just sit there looking pretty.
Is this a high enough level for you?
This is a level even further beyond. Oh, what? Oh my gosh.
Okay, I can't help but think she's taking this a bit too far.
More embarrassment, more! You're not even blushing, for fuck's sake.
What kind of anime are we trying to sell ourselves as when you don't even get embarrassed?
So yeah, Kobayashi is a bit of a mean drunk.
Well, not so much in terms of, like, proper mean-spirited, but a side of her gets revealed that perhaps shouldn't be. And of course, he's in on the secret as well now at this point.
You say anything, I'll roast you while you sleep. Well, bye. So is she turning invisible when she does that spell?
I think so? I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. There might be some kind of cloaked veil, so to speak. Not really invisibility, but more shielding themselves from sight. Which is almost the same thing, it's just the means of doing so is slightly different.
Yeah, it's like invisibility, but not really. Ew. Same, Kobayashi, same. We have a washing machine, use it. Oh my gosh!
It's like, nope, don't do that. I don't actually think they have a washing machine.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if that's how you separate them into their different piles.
Mmm, tasty.
Yeah, and I suppose salivaed up clothing doesn't exactly create a good look.
Not really, no. You need to wear one with plaid. It's all the rage nowadays. It's coming back. Kingdom Hearts told me.
But I mean, having saliva that can clean only stains sounds like a pretty legit useless superpower, I have to say.
Ah. This is precious.
Like I said, you ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait until episode 2.
Would you like a sacrifice, Volk? It's better than paying you with Patreon money, I suppose.
Oh man, if you ended up paying me that way, the Aztec sacrifices would pale in comparison.
Oh, that's kawaii as fuck.
Of course.
D for dragon. Again, it's a lot more refreshing that it's a female protagonist instead of a male one, because it creates a whole new dynamic.
Hell yeah. Google, this is where you go. If you want to know something, the internet's got it all.
I guess it's nice to have someone wait for you when you get home as well.
So I don't know if this was actually talked about at this point, or if it was something that we glossed over slightly, but her clothing is technically her scales. So obviously she's wearing actual clothes now, but the clothing that she did have are actually her scales from her dragon form. So yeah, Lukua hasn't quite made it there yet either, so she'll be around soon enough.
Nidhogg-kun.
Oh, Bahamut Dodo.
Nom 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 nom.
The great sake Jormungandr. Or is it Midgard Soma? Bloody Final Fantasy teaching me all these damn names for things.
You gotta look up God of War, man.
Yeah, and God of War as well.
It's been enlightening thus far.
It's tight shit, you gotta get it on it.
I was paying more attention to the bands. What is it exactly that Kobayashi does at the office?
She's a programmer, I think, or some kind of coder, or web developer, or something along those lines. I'm the king of this castle.
Kobayashi, a normal programmer and office worker who suddenly finds herself living with a dragon. Voiced by Matsumi Tamura in Japanese, Leia Clark in English. Toru is voiced by Yuki Kawara in Japanese and Sarah Winheft in English. I'm just going down and seeing if there's any people I recognize in the voice cast, and honestly...
actually, there is one with Sarah Wiedenheft, which is a good thing you pronounced first, otherwise I would have totally pronounced it Weidenheft, which would have had a completely different meaning, but
yikes.
This was actually her English voice acting role that would actually make her claim to fame, and she would later go on to voice Xeno in Dragon Ball Super. And also, she would voice Lily in Zombieland Saga, who was the short blue-haired one in the group.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I was actually looking this up beforehand, and I didn't want you to steal my thunder, so sorry for jumping in there.
I really actually like the dub voice for Xeno. Xeno. Why am I... Now, you've passed your magic of mispronunciation onto me.
No, you got Xehanort on the brain, that's your problem.
True, very true.
I mean, you did just finish doing one of your guiding key streams, so I suppose it can be forgiven.
Those streams are fun, but they take it out of me. I very nearly cancelled today, but I'm glad I didn't, because I'm enjoying this.
It is very good, and as I say, episode 2 is going to be more of the same, and if you're adoring before, you will adore a hefty amount next time. Ooh, a flashback of sorts.
Could be a dream, I suppose.
I had a dream I was in Goblin Slayer.
Like it just like completely switches to a different anime or something.
Yeah, got stabbed by this guy, called himself Zeus.
It's a good job it wasn't real Zeus, otherwise he would have tried to have sex with me.
Fucking hell. Zeus, you horny bastard.
Zeus is like, I'm gonna fuck that, and they're like, Zeus, no, and he's like, Zeus, yes!
And it just cuts to that picture of him and Hercules with that massive grill on his face.
The best, the very best. Oh, I'm
really is.
I'm so glad he's in Kingdom Hearts. I wonder if they're going to get Rip Torn back to voice him, or Corey Burton, who actually voices Zeus in the cartoon series.
That would be nice if they got Burton back in there. It would make sense, too. I mean, as you said, he previously had the role. And all is quiet. in the human dimension.
ED, perhaps?
Yeah, let me just type in the Konami code real quick here.
Ah, she's practicing the honorifics, I guess. Ah, here we go. This is the ED. Oh, this is cute.
Yeah, the ED is just as bouncy as the OP.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Kind of sad that we are not really commissioned to do any other episodes besides these two, but I actually have started watching Zombieland Saga on my own, and we only covered the first 3, so...
Ah, yes, it is, it had a bit of a weird part as well, because it sort of went into the whole, Love Live thing for a little while, like the whole 3D dance choreography, but then it really started to take a more, I guess, serious turn, as they were starting to sort of get into how, like, all the other people in the group died.
Yeah, I'm on that bit now.
It is a very solid anime, though. It's held itself up quite nicely, even if it has sort of shifted the tone a little bit from what we were used to in the first couple of episodes, especially. But yeah, there's a few characters here that we won't get introduced to, Elma being one of them, who comes into this world and decides to stick around after having a fascination with their food, and also ends up working in the same company as Kobayashi, I believe.
There you go.
And Lukua, she is, well, she was Quetzalcoatl, I guess, and she's technically not a dragon? Yeah, she's not a dragon, she's like something else. I can't remember if it was like a demon or like some kind of angel or something like that. Like I said, my memory's a little bit hazy with some of the details, but I know most of them. Like, I know it at a base level.
Okay, episode 1 of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I actually like that a lot, just in terms of being an opening episode that was very solid. You got all the concepts introduced, the animation was great, voice work great, especially with Kobayashi, when she's drunk and whatnot, that was class. And music's great, love the animation style and the backgrounds especially, so yeah, I guess Entom's non-visible thumbs up out of 10.
Actually, when you were mentioning Kobayashi being drunk, they do it quite effectively in the English dub as well, because Kobayashi sort of speaks in a very similar mannerism normally, but then when she's drunk, they do it slightly differently. Just like, oh damn girl, you down to drank! Like, they really ham it up, and it's absolutely incredible. So if you haven't seen the dub before, I do actually recommend it. It is a rather solid dub.
I got you. Alright, mate, I have episode 2 up, so are you ready to bring this to a close?
I'm ready to go door.
Let's do this shit. Let's get crunk in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're starting with, fire and brimstone, and are you cooking breakfast, maybe? Yeah, I think she did.
She got a bit over-enthusiastic, however. No, the stove is plenty strong enough, I can assure you.
How are they going to explain that to the insurance company? Oh, sorry, I let a dragon be my maid and it blew everything up.
Well, don't forget she has those cleaning powers. Like, she pretty much evaporated an entire room and then brought it back seconds later.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess that gets around the whole, oh, well, they're going to be found out sort of thing, which, admittedly, I've seen before in animes like this, and I'm kind of glad they're skipping now.
True that, and also, at the very least, they'll get their deposit back if they decide to move out, so that's always a plus.
Doing a little dance now.
I am doing the head bop. The most ancient of dance moves.
You should do the wiggle. It's like Kairi in the KH2 manga.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So the character we will be introduced to is the purple and white dragon called Kana. And yes, she is just as adorable as she looks. Oh no, I'm typing dragons in ASCII. I'm obsessed.
Oh no, we're spinning into the sky. We can't stop ourselves, but we love it for some reason.
Did you ever have, like, it was like the male version of what was Sky Dancers?
No, I didn't.
Like dragonflies or something like that?
It was, yeah, explicitly remember what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. But my favourite meme regarding those is when the little girl, like, gets one of those, lets it rip, and it just flies nonchalantly into the open fireplace.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. Like, I feel slightly sorry, but at the same time, I can't help but laugh. It's the kind of tragedy that just beggars belief.
Yeah, alright, we're going to the store? Yeah, the shopping district.
I remember occasionally going to such shopping districts in Persona 5.
Ah, were you trying to speed up and say shopping district instead?
No, I just can't pronounce such for some reason.
Fair dues, mate. Nothing like a good arcade, which is a bit weird when you're a child. You see arcades, you think games, but no, it can just be a collection of stores.
I learned that, unfortunately, at one point. I was so disappointed.
So have you been, like, around already? Is he a dragon in disguise?
No, he's very much human as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Pretty much you can tell who's a dragon because of their outer appearances.
Yeah, I don't know why I bothered asking, really. Oh, he doesn't have a tail. He's gotta be a dragon.
There's no tails, no horns, the hair colour isn't overly outlandish or sort of, gradiented.
Yeah, we're a bit more complicated than that, honestly.
Hey, I'm human and I don't understand human emotions either sometimes.
Same. I will take one of everything, my fine butcher.
I will take all of your bacon.
Yes. Oh man, we had, like, meatballs and pasta last night. It was to die for.
Mm-hmm. And the stew was pretty good too that I had yesterday, with the sausages in there and the butternut squash. We had some leek, onion, plenty of broth. It was...
Why you always gotta one-up me with your cooking skills?
Well, actually, I didn't cook it. That was my girlfriend that cooked that.
Why you always gotta one-up me? Why did I say the word cook first? I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
That's fine. I know what you meant.
Winnie the Pooh's around here somewhere. Watch out for him. He kills dragons dead.
He just gets roasted by a dragon. Oh, bother.
Oh, silly old dragon. I actually watched Christopher Robin for the first time the other day, November 24, 2018, my 30th birthday, and it's a really fucking good film.
It is very comfy.
That's all we gotta say. It's comfy. It's gonna be in the third Disney Fund, which starts on January 15th, 2019. Oh yes, this will go up before then, so help me God.
Just imagine if there were just a whole bunch of unforeseen delays and this comes out afterwards. Like getting the hopes up, oh, we're getting another Disney font this year. Just like, oh wait, this was like recorded 4 months ago.
4 years ago. I'll go half Kaioken. Don't worry about it. I can still use all my powers in this form. Damn! Holy shit, that's got better animation than Dragon Ball Super.
Toru is actually a god of destruction.
Holy shit.
Well, then again, technically, if you were to think a couple of years later, she is the master of all universes in the English dub.
Very true, yeah.
Although she's more hands-on in this anime.
Wow, that was so fucking cool. We don't care if it was outlandish. That's amazing.
You know, it's all in the forearms.
I think that's more of a realistic take, because I don't think people would be like, Witch! Witch! A bit, oh my god, that's so fucking awesome. Did anyone Snapchat that?
I sure as hell would. Plus, she actually stopped a, well, it would be a bit too outlandish to say evildoer, but, you know, someone of malicious intent, let's just say.
Yeah.
I mean, that plus something awesome, you wouldn't sweat about the details. You'd be like, dude, that was badass.
Huh? What's going on? Ah, this is too lewd. We can't be doing this in public, mistress. Ah, I am adoring at least 25% more than episode 1.
You'll be going off the chart soon, I'm pretty damn sure.
Oh, Kobayashi. Oh, Toru. Oh, many thing in the background. What was that, fucking gremlin?
No, it's Kana. My tail is the best delicacy in all of the Dragon Dimension.
I suppose so, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Who is this sassy lost child?
No, down here. Oh god. Are you lost from another anime, little girl?
You're holding my friend hostage. It's just like, no, she invited herself here.
No.
So she has to confront this new arrival herself.
Can you even speak English? Oh! You come in here, you give me such frivolous demands. What? What?
When I first saw that, I laughed just as hard.
Oh, I didn't realize Toru was the jealous type.
Oh no, you could tell from the first episode when she was speaking with her colleague.
She has a little moomin tail.
I'm not sure if I'll actually touch up on it here, so I'll wait to tell you about that one later on, but the tail does have some functional use.
Okay.
I mean, it obviously doesn't have the meat on there to be a foodstuff, but it has some practical use.
Well, you see, I'm a maid now. I'm indebted to Toru. Sorry, I'm indebted to Kobayashi. Fuck these first name things. How do they work?
It is a bit confusing, isn't it?
You slotted glasses. How dare you hold hands in public?
No, I'm pretty sure holding hands is not perverted.
I'll kill you!
I'm still gonna kill you! I'm exhausted.
Well, she's got, like, the traditional Japanese beads and whatnot. The prayer beads, I guess. So, is she meant to be like a holy sort of thing?
I don't know. Like, I can't quite remember what her deal as her dragon form is, but obviously she's a younger dragon.
Yeah, I can scroll down and find her.
I think your dead fish eyes are scary.
Yeah, shush. Did she tap the boob? I think she tapped the boob.
She wanted to tap the titty.
Yeah, that sounds about right for such a dangerously kawaii creature.
She enjoys the shenanigans a bit too much, and, you know, the dragon dimension doesn't take too kindly to that.
Alright, I guess you can stay here. It's not like, you know, my life's getting any less strange. Yes, cuckold?
Oh, she's making a little dragon family.
Exactly. What would I even use you for? I don't know your power set.
The power of the head pat.
You could also be a maid. Like, the one I've got isn't very efficient right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh. God, I'm so easily emotionally manipulated.
And then there were three. One not nearly as destructive as the other. I was gonna say those chocolates looked a little bit like Rolos, but they look more like Reasons. I can hear you shitposting in the background.
No, I'm not shitposting anything.
So yeah, the tail helps her recharge.
Okay, interesting.
You could like plug yourself into an electrical outlet and just recharge like a smartphone.
It's a nut box.
It's a Y box undescript number.
You will come. CGI grass? Why not?
This'll be the perfect place for our battle, Frieza. I kind of just don't even know if we're in Japan anymore. It's just like, oh, I just wanted to find a field somewhere.
Where are we exactly? Like, holy shit.
Maybe New Zealand, judging by the lack of reception.
Dun 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 dun. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is how dragons exercise.
Well, it makes sense. Ha! I have seen bits and pieces of like the action scenes, and you can see why people like this so much, because there isn't that much action, but when it happens, it like pops fiercely.
Absolutely.
How can I sleep when I could be final flashed at any moment?
Oh yeah, it's roughhousing, like, says the guy you just punched in the nose and is now bleeding. It's just like, you think I died, but I have this! It's a gun!
Yeah, I'm an electric dragon.
I like how the little prongs just disappear as well.
Aww.
That means she must be suitable for all outlets around the world. I wonder if she has a USB port as well.
That was fake. That was fake, Toru.
Oh no! That is the look of dreams that have just been crushed. You mean Sentai isn't real?
Damn it, I don't want to live in a world where Goku doesn't... I got so angry I couldn't speak words for a second there.
Life where I can't henshin is not life worth living!
I want to henshin into a fucking coffin. Yeah, our world could be decimated if they just decide to stop being nice.
It's a good thing they're kind-hearted. Ha! Now you know how it feels. She thinks to herself. It's nice that she sees a bit of her in them.
The harm continues to grow.
Kobayashi's a bit more laid back. I don't think she's into the whole physical exercise thing.
The music's really nice as well. I haven't really given enough attention to that, besides the OP and E do.
Music is very, very fitting. It doesn't get enough credit, absolutely, but I think the characters kind of steal the show, to be honest.
I don't understand the rules of this game, but apparently the man just let the butterfly go without eating it.
No, maybe it's like 10 things that aren't dragons, and she said dragon.
Okay.
So she lost instantly.
Stop cooking your tail. It's like me pulling out my pancreas and feeding it to someone, and then it grows back. How can you say you'd love someone if you won't eat their innards?
God damn it.
Shitposting, go away. Ah!
Oh, she's a sneaky one, but you have to get up pretty early in the morning to get one past Kobayashi.
Just order Domino's. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Yeah, at least then you could slice the tail and call it pepperoni.
There you go. I won't be able to order pepperoni again now.
Well, I'm sorry, but you'll probably forget sooner or later.
Yeah, Patreon money's coming in soon, and you know your boy's gotta have pizza now.
2 pizzas in 1 month? Oh, you know it's in Tom's birthday month.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the best thing about being born in November. Christmas is very fast approaching.
Well, I have someone whose birthday is also very close after Christmas, and buying things for them is a headache and a half, because it's just like, hey, I got Christmas over and done with. Oh, wait, it's your birthday in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck.
They're just metal horses, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Sometimes just having a car is not economically suitable. Like, either it'll be too much to run, or maybe you just don't need one because the public transportation is so good. So yeah, Kana and Toru are having their own little adventure at the moment about the finer things the world has to offer.
Meanwhile, work, here. I didn't realise Agretsuko Season 2 came out this first. Man, there's so many Season 2s and whatnot coming out in 2019. There's One Punch Man, there's Mob Psycho 100, there's, Season 2 of Agretsuko.
It's gonna be good. A lot of favourites are coming back for another round, and many people are happy.
Oh, yeah. Don't flame broil the children, please.
I love how she's trying to improvise this.
No, Toru, no. What the hell? Oh, that looks good. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to assume it's something...
Yatagaratsu is a type of bird, a very mythological one.
Oh, yeah, of course. I knew that. Who said I didn't?
Damn it, Kenna, stop being adorable.
Never.
No, it is literally impossible for her to not be adorable. But yeah, much in the same way that Toru's English VA kind of got her claim to fame with this one, the Japanese voice actor for Kana also ended up in a very similar situation, where after this, she was pretty much known for Kana in pretty much every single role that she would be in from that point onward. It's pretty much the David Tennant syndrome. Like, he became the Doctor and that's all people could see.
Yeah, even when he did, like, I think there was, like, an Macbeth thing on BBC. When he went into, like, expositing, philosophizing mode, I could not see anything other than the 10th Doctor talking.
Exactly. It's once you've had such an iconic and well-liked role, it's impossible to separate it.
Yeah, she pulled the sword out and everything. I think she became King Arthur, but I'm not sure of the technicalities.
It wasn't a stone, so technically she doesn't get to be the royalty of Diddley.
I'm not that old, jeez.
Well, I mean, she's probably fairly old in dragon years, to be fair, but still, she's pretty young.
Chew. That's adorbs.
It's the dragon nuzzle.
Alright, let's go home. I thought dragons coveted knowledge. Yeah, let's go to the work, see how it's done firsthand.
Let's pull a wicked prank on Kobayashi.
Yeah, it's gotta be an invisibility cloak.
Toru evolved into Dragonite.
What was casted wrong spell? Final Flash.
Big Bang Attack! And now you get to see Kana's dragon form.
Oh, quite angelic, actually.
It's a little bit like... well, not quite like Falcor. If you thought Falcor, but a little bit more pointy and aerodynamic.
Oh, you're not supposed to be here.
My mind's playing tricks on me.
I'm not going crazy. Beautiful. Very nice.
Can't really get much better than that, really, as far as this genre of anime goes. Ah, yes, it's the catapult.
Didn't realise that EastEnders was coming in here.
It really does look just like it.
Dun, 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 dragon. Rock the dragon. Dragon Kobayashi Z.
Toru is a dragon maid, and I don't know why. I just pulled the sword out.
Oh, so yeah, episode 2. A bit more irreverent than the first episode. Tiny bit less focused, but there was a lot going on here, and I do enjoy Kana. She's not as bratty as I was fearing.
Yeah, she can put herself off as that, but I suppose she's a child, you can forgive her somewhat, but at the same time, she just has that. A lot of it now at this point on comes more down to whimsy, I guess. She's genuinely interested in everything around her.
Yeah, for sure.
And later on, she'll actually end up attending a school as well, so she gets the whole school life thing to have fun with. But yeah, whether or not we get commissioned for more of this, I don't know. But I would love to try and get you to see an episode with Fafnir in it, especially.
Hey man, we can always just watch the series, like, we don't have to wait for it to be commissioned.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, well, if you're up for it, I can always do that at some point for you.
There you go.
I mean, it's a short series, we can get through it quite quickly.
True, and you know, since we do these in like hour-long recording session bursts, there's nothing to say we can't binge a few afterwards.
Well, in this case, I actually have to leave quite soon after we're done here.
You know what I mean, Jesus. Ah, wonderful. Bloody...
Next episode, they find out there's a dragon living in the house and they call the Ghostbusters.
Oh, Jesus. I've come to notice that my close the episode screams are basically like that one bit of Family Guy where Peter screams the alphabet in a single second. No! So yeah, that was episodes 1 and 2 of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, commissioned by Crawl12. Thank you very much for that, Crawl. It was a delight. I think I needed that on a very cold and drizzly Monday afternoon. But yeah, if you guys want your own TV comms, you can have up to an hour's worth for $25. You can have like 3 episodes of like 23 minutes, or you can have like 1 hour-long episode, 6 11-minute episodes, or you can mix and match and have like a 40-minute episode and 2 11-minute ones, and so on and so forth. And don't worry if it goes like a bit over to like 11:10, 11:15, or I mean like an hour 15. I'm not going to quibble like OPs and EDs here and there. It's fine. So yeah, feel free to support HellfireComms and you get something cool in return. Just please be patient with me actually getting it to you. I have a lot on my plate. So yeah, we'll see you next time for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. Bye bye.
Bye bye.